Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Antonio Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm pretty excited because it's a comic haul I didn't think I was going to probably see again. And what it is Kazar the Savage. I've been really big into barbarian titles, jungle titles. Kazar is one of those series that I did have at one point. Ended up selling or something like that. Like it left, and I don't know if I had the full series, but I was pretty close. And so I've been on this hunt for cheap comics. I want comics to feel like they used to feel when I would buy them with my allowance, not something I would have to like, oh, here's a 20, I get one book. No, I don't want that. I want comics that are budget and awesome and remind me of what comic shopping used to be like when I was younger. So I was shocked to find out that I could get this Kazar series, the complete series, for 40 bucks. It's 34 issues, $40. That's a really good deal. They are in excellent shape. They're bagged and boarded. I can't wait to get them out of there. But anyway, you got the first appearance of, or first issue of Kazar. Yeah, 50-cent covers. So this is what, 81, the year of my birth. So perfect example of what I'm looking for in a bargain comic, and the fact that these are right in the wheelhouse of what I've been looking for and trying to track down. It's I couldn't ask for anything more. And to get the whole series, issue 2, for such a low price, I can't argue with that. So as you know, I picked up a whole bunch of, what is that book? Well, there's Arak, Son of Thunder. There's Orion, Son of Atlantis, or King of Atlantis. A few old Conan books. Warlord comics from DC. There's actually a bunch of great books from DC in this wheelhouse that I've been picking up. So it's really nice to get back for a few Marvels. They're a little bit harder to find. It seems like their particular sword and sorcery barbarian titles held their value a little bit more. That's why I was shocked to see Kazar this cheap. Of course, Kazar features Shauna the She-Devil, one of my favorite jungle gals. Yeah, I was just thrilled. Great covers, 50-cent covers. I love the Spider-Man. You could win a 10-speed covers that they have on stuff. Issue number 9, Giant Bald Eagle. And of course, Kazar's stuff usually takes place in the Savage Land, which is frequented by the X-Men, but I don't recall there being an X-Men crossover with this particular series. I guess we'll see. But when I talk about comics that are still cheap, so like the Dazzler series, which used to be, it's just like 1 through 50, used to be able to be purchased very, very inexpensively and has gotten shockingly expensive. The old Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, I know why it's expensive now. But the one set in the year 3000, that's the one I want. And like that series is hard to get the whole thing. New Warriors, another series that should have stayed cheap. It's a fantastic cover. I love that one. Is not cheap anymore. Oddly enough, it's much more expensive. Issue 16 is another fantastic looking jungle scene. It does look like we venture out of the jungle for quite some time. But no, it blows my mind that comics that should be cheap aren't cheap anymore. Not as cheap as they should be. Not when you consider the quantity that these books were published in, and the fact that they've been sitting in quarter bins for the last 30 to 40 years, and now suddenly we're pulling them out, and then they were in dollar bins, and now they're in $2 bins, and now you're lucky to find them in a bin at all. And my local comic shops that I've seen in this state tends to have all these books clocking in oh yeah, here's a back issue of Kazar. It's $5. So, in fact, specifically, I purchased this one at one of our local stores here a couple years back because I love Shaun of the She-Devil. And I had to pay like $6 for it. I'm like, that shouldn't have to happen because there was a lot of these made. And so to find these cheap, I was very thrilled. It looks like Power Pack is still pretty cheap, and I was gonna pick, I've been grabbing a few of those. DC Comics, the Warlord stuff, that's been very cheap. I've been trying to hunt that stuff down. And it's looking pretty good. Some titles, of course, have just gone absolutely insane. But the ones that are staying cheap, I'm really excited about. This was a cheap series. This was a great series. My little dog Ollie he got shut in this room and now he wants out. He's changed his mind about being in here. He's like, oh, you're filming a video? That's boring. Hey Ollie, how you doing? Dog, how you doing? All right. Go on, kid. Issue 29. Now this series did crank down at issue 34 and stopped. So it's not a long series, but it's a beautiful series. And it's one that I'm very excited to get. Yes, Ollie, I'll let you out in a minute. Anyway, beautiful covers. 33. And of course, you jump the shark whenever you send your character to space. But there they did. The real wild thing is that he gave me most of a mini-series in with the deal. Some modern Kazar comic, which I am not really interested in at all, but I will check it out because it does look like he had a kid, which is kind of cool. I just had a kid. Anyway, that is that. This is a beautiful stack of books for 40 bucks. Kazar. I'm gonna think about maybe doing some sort of other videos with these, maybe page by page. I don't know. I'm still trying to decide. I want to get back into that. It's been a while since I've gotten into that. I did that with Alpha Flight. Enjoyed it very much. Took me forever, but anyway. Thank you guys for watching. That is my haul. I appreciate it. That's my story. Bye.